Good morning, game-driven players. This is an intro video to game-driven and how you play games, how you start games, how you navigate the site. We're going to assume that you've seen the intro video on how to sign up. You've registered, created your profile, created your avatar, and now we want to jump into how to move around the site. So we want to look at this control panel, which is your home page, and talk about the different sections and what each of them do. I have a browser up where I'm logged in. This is Mick, and that's my avatar. Your avatar is always the top right picture on the screen. And I brought up a tester called Game Driven, and this is her home page in a different browser, and that's her avatar. You'll see that she can see in the list of people who are active that I'm there as well. So this is a list of active players. There's up to 10 of these that are shown. Click the arrow to see the most recent 10 players. So these are the people who have made moves within the last hour or so. They're the folks that have most recently been active. So you can click on any of these avatars. That's one thing you should know, so that you can see that player's profile and what they've chosen to share. So this is Till Girl. This is her avatar. That's a picture she chose to share. She's from England, and she was last active at 5:43 a.m. Eastern Time. Today's the June 9th. And we can also see that her favorite game is Hang 5, that she's earned this many coins this month, 4,000, 24,000 overall. She has 62 games going, and 57 of those games are actively, her turn. So that's what this shows you. And you can invite that person to a game. That's one way to start a game. Invite them to a game of Pit Stop. And you're picking the game, the variation, and then the number of days between moves. And you can go ahead and invite her. And you say, well, how will she know that's there? And that's a section down here, which we call the appliances section. And in here, she'll see her little mailbox turn blue. Green is an alert. That's what the alerts look like. And blue is an invite. So that's how she can see that. And in fact, when she's invited to a game, I'm going to go ahead and invite Game Driven now. So I'm going to, since she hasn't actually moved, I'm going to look her up in the members tab here, find Game Driven, and invite her to a game. Same thing, Pit Stop. And actually, you'll see that an alert popped up to her. So it polls every minute or so and checks to see whether or not you've had any game invites. So now she can go directly to her alerts from this dialog, or if she closes that, she can come down and click the alerts here, and you'll see that she now has a little blue envelope that requires her attention. She clicks on it. She can decline the game with a default message, or accept the game with a message or no message. And so she'll accept the game, and now you'll see the main body of the home page show that she has a game in the arena game room, and that it's her turn. So she has one game, one turn. And down here, that's the total of all game rooms. So you'll see I have 6 games in which it's my turn out of 64. And this just updated to show that actually Najer has made 2 moves in 2 of my games. And somewhere in here, yeah, there's a game-driven game that I started, but it's my opponent's move. So now, as game-driven, I'll go in and I'll look at my queue. Each game room has a queue, a lobby, my win-loss record, the top leaders in the game, preferences, usually stylized preferences that I can change, and the rules of the game. This is if I haven't started any games and I just want to kind of look at how do you play. So that's useful for that. But I'm going to open up the game, and I'll notice the first feature of the game room is a message box. This message box is a one-to-one, head-to-head message box, and you can type into it when it's your turn. And that message will be associated with your next move. Say play game, and now I get to see the game board. To retrieve those messages that are game messages, you just click on this little icon here and it pops up, and you can continue to post until your turn is over. The little green letter there indicates that you have a new message. You'll also notice that the type of game is annotated right here. So you have Pit Stop, it's a 7-day game. You have a rules link that takes you to those rules we looked at in the rules tab, and you have a video link which will take you to a video specific to that game. So this video is about the entire site, but we have videos on our YouTube channel for each game, so that if you're unfamiliar with the game, if it's not a traditional game like chess or backgammon, something you already know, something like this, Pit Stop, you can go and view the video and watch how you play. So all the game rooms have a icon, your avatar, a banner here, a game board in which sometimes you interact, but it definitely shows you progress in the game. And then you have a status and control section here. And this is always going to show you the score, you and your opponent, your next action. Button might be here, might be within here. And then 3 little controls that usually change style. Maybe they reverse your turn, flip the dice. They do some sort of action, and those will always be here. So these are like your little control buttons. This is some sort of status. In this case, it's showing for Pit Stop how many tires and gas resources you still have, and then some action like roll dice. So to take my turn, I roll the dice, I move my cars around the track, and then I click submit. And now if I had more games in the queue, I could click advance, or I can go back to the queue and see that it's no longer my turn. When this refreshes, which it'll do on its own, or eventually Game Driven will move up into the queue of Mix game room, just so that he knows it's his turn. I'm going to go ahead and do my moves for Arena so you can see the advanced feature. So this person, Game Driven, is going to go back home. She's going to see that she has 0 moves in 1 active game in this game room. I'm going to have, if I go home, 4 actual games in which it's my room, my turn in this game room. And as you can see, I have moves in many rooms and 8 total moves in 66 game rooms. I'm going to go in here and I see, ooh, Till Girl's made a move as well. So I now have 4 moves. So I'm going to click on this. This is a game called T-Box. I'm just going to take my shots here. It's not important the mechanics of the game, just to show you that there are different rules for each game. So this is one game type called T-Box. I advance to the next. This is the Pit Stop game against Niger. Take that moves here, and every time I submit, I can keep advancing. This is a brand new game that Game Driven and I started, so it tells me her message, good luck. So I will jump to my move here and advance to my last game, which is against Till Girl. Make those moves. And now when I click advance, I don't believe it's my turn. Oh, it is still a turn in another Till Girl game, so take that back. We're going to keep moving here. So while I was playing, I got a new move. There we go. So once I advance past the last game in which it's my turn, I will jump back to the queue like this. So that's the way you kind of process your queue to play games. And then we're back. So we usually recommend someone has between 20 and 60 games going simultaneously, because this isn't the type of gaming in which you come in and you just play a game from beginning to end. It's more like checking your email or checking your text messages. You're coming in, it's your turn, and then You take your turns, and then you move on to other games, and then you come back and you check in once in a while. It's a really great style game to have up. Let's say if you're busy doing something else, you're cooking, or you're even working remotely and you're not in a meeting right now, you're not doing anything, and you can check in on these things. It's lunchtime, whatever. Kill 5 minutes, kill 10 minutes, kind of take a break, and then get back to what you're doing, and not fear that, oh, my game's gonna disappear, or I'm gonna lose, because you actually have 7 days to make a turn. So this is what we call a casual social gaming type gaming platform, and it's really for people who are casual gamers but who enjoy board games, word games. If you liked Words with Friends, or you liked Wordle, or you liked Farmville, or some of these games that were slower paced versus somebody who likes video games, then this is the type of platform you're going to like. The other important feature I want to point out is how you start games. We already showed you how to go to a specific person and start a game. You can find them up here in the active queue. You also can click this members link and see who's active this way, and click their links in here. You can search for somebody if you know their name, and so that's one way to start, is from the actual pop-up that is their game card. Another way to do it is to go into the lobby, and you will find people posting games. These little green pluses are games other people have posted. So Big Bert and Suski have put out some games. So if I want to play, we'll say Suski and Laxword, I can play her in that and accept that game. And then I will see when I go back to Laxword, I now have a Suski game, brand new, just started. You can also post a new game. So I want to put in a Black Hole game, Trips, 7 days, create that game. And when we refresh, you'll see that I have all of my games that I've put into the lobby at the very top. So if Game Driven looks, you'll see my game in there. You'll notice there's some other items up here above the green pluses, and these are the games that I've started, because I can delete that out of the lobby if I want by removing it that way. And then invites that I've made to these opponents. This is usually a rematch. Whenever you finish a game, the game stays in your queue for a few days, and it has this like silver dice here. And so I can pull up an old game like this Mitch game and then just rematch that game, and that's also the same as an invite. I can change the variation. Let's talk about the games for a second. We have 16 game rooms, and they vary in type from classic games like chess and checkers to brand new unique games like Invasion, which is a war game. And then we have many word games like a Scrabble-like variant called Gold Letter. It's under the gold tile room. We have Scramble, which is similar to Boggle. We have this game called Knockout, which is a word search. So we have word games, we have card games, there's a Matrix poker game, there's a gold card game, which is a Scrabble-like game with poker hands. We have Big Slick, which is a Texas Hold'em game. And then we have war games like Battlezone and Invasion. Battlezone sounds a lot like Battleship. Well, that's kind of what it's like. Invasion is sort of like Risk. And then we have logic games like Decoder, which is a puzzle-solving secret code game. And then Hang 5, which is a Connect 5 game, and then Crazy 8, which is a Othello type game. So these are all kind of classic board games, but I want to emphasize that they cover the gambit of different types of styles of board games that people like to play. And so we think you'll find enough variety here that you can jump around and enjoy a lot of different experiences on the site. The point of the games is to have fun, to meet people, to talk to them, as you saw, head to head. A lot of folks use the site to connect with friends and relatives who are not, local to them. So I know several family members who are on the site that play games against each other or meet new people. You also earn points as you're active on the site, and those points are called coins. And you earn each month between 0 and 4,000 coins. When you get 3,000 of them, it's called a goin. And that you'll see a lot of our members really striving to get that. These coins can be used in our virtual world, which is a community world where you can buy property and establish a home and chat. Or you could use them in real world discounts, our rewards program, which we're going to get into in another video. So that's really the way you move around the site and invite folks. So I hope this gives you a quick introduction. Note that we have active members at the top, game rooms in the middle, these little appliances that you can mouse over to see what they do, to interact with. You've got quick links to your profile, a members list, your rewards list, and a help page, which is similar to this video, kind of walks you through the things we talked about here. And you also can contact us by sending an email to support@eventdriven.com anytime, and we usually get back to you within 24 hours. So we hope you enjoy the site. We're going to be posting videos, as I said, on all of the different games, and have fun. See you around the site.